if we kind of zoom in at like the pre-seed and seed stages. So, what are you seeing out there as far as, the current state of fundraising at those stages?
I like could take more meetings than I know what to do with. Of great companies. I think overall the expectation should be at pre-seed is you finding a lead or anchor that's like of substantial size is probably low probability. That would be my like thing I would tell people is like if you get one, great. If you don't, doesn't mean anything. um, because most fundraising at pre-seed is going to be on a safe, right? Like that's just like how it's going to be, and you're not doing a priced round. If you and like, there's not a requirement to do a price round at pre-seed, and I'd probably suggest not doing it just to avoid legal costs, right? But my main point is like, it's gonna be at pre-seed, it's gonna be a bit of the party round, so like just kind of accept that and go like move fast, get people in on the safe. I like safes because it's rolling. You're not trying to close at a certain point. You just take the money in as you go, right? And that works really well with where you're at. Now, I wouldn't do more than two safes before you go raise a price round, like just because, each safe is not like the if they're done in different valuations, like they still the ownership percentage is still like guaranteed in the safe, right? So like don't do too many of them because you will dilute yourself pretty heavily, and they each have anti-dilution clauses. So um my point being is like just expect a party round. If you get a large check, and by a large check I mean like I don't know, 100, 200, like that, anything over that would be a large check to me at pre-seed. Um, if you get one, great. If you don't, just fill it up, and to the extent that you can. And then focus on really getting a good lead at seed. Um, and what I'd say is like, I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of competition at Series A for companies. Like I'm sure Mike has seen this too, is like I'm getting pinged weekly on like who are the good companies coming up. And like we want to meet them now. Not a lot of like like the seed generalist funds. I feel like there's like competition, but it's not the same as at Series A right now, where people want to deploy like two, three, $4 or $5 million checks, right? In like a $10 to $15 million round. Like that's a pretty like high competition area right now. I'd say pre-seed's like pretty wide open. Seed is still very competitive though for companies that have traction. I would say the average company going to a seed round though, in my portfolio and just more broadly, has like quite a bit of traction compared to where it was 2 to 3 years ago. Like they're going to have millions in revenue.